Hello students, this is grade 10 physics class, chapter 10, light, reflection and refraction. In previous video class, we have seen rules for obtaining images formed by the concave lens and then image formation by convex lens by using ray diagrams. Is it clear? Yes. In this session, we are going to start our next topic. What is that? Next topic. So in order to start our next topic, we should recall what are the things we have seen in last video class, because it will be helpful for you, helpful for this video class. That's why. Is it clear? Yes. So at least what we have seen in last video class, first one, what is that? Rules for obtaining images formed by the concave lens. What lens? Concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. Totally how many rules are there? Totally 3 rules are there. Am I right? Yes. First one, what is that? The first rule of for obtaining images formed by concave lens. First rule, what is that? A ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens then appears to coming from its focus after refraction through it. Is it clear? Yes, that is first rule. Am I right? Yes. What is second rule? Second rule actually that is a reverse case of first rule. What is that, sir? A ray of light going towards a focus of concave lens, then it becomes parallel to the principal axis. Okay, after refraction through a concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. That is second rule. Then what is third rule? A ray of light passing through the optical center of concave lens, it goes straight after passing through it. Is it clear? Yes. That is a third rule for images obtaining by a concave lens. Okay, is it clear? Yes, very simple. Okay, yes. So with the help of these 3 rules, in this session we are going to make, what is that? Image formation. Is it clear? Image formation. Yes. Then after that we have seen what is that? Image formation by convex lens, not a concave lens. Image formation by convex lens. Is it clear? By using ray diagrams. Is it clear? Yes. So in image formation, we place the object different positions from the optical center, then an image has been formed different position from the optical center on other side. What is that? On other side. Is it clear? Yes. Totally we have placed the object in 6 different positions from the optical center. 6 different positions from the optical center, and the image has been formed 6 different places from the optical center on other side. Note this point, on other side. Is it clear? Yes. First we place the object where? Where we have placed the object first? In convex lens image formation. First we place the object at infinity. At infinity, yes. So if the object is placed at infinity, so where will the image be formed? Then image will be formed at focus. Where? At focus. So what is the nature of the image? The nature of the image is real and inverted. What is that? Real and inverted. Is that clear? Yes. Then what is the size of the image? Actually that is highly diminished, which means very small compared than the object size. Is that clear? Yes. Next, then after infinity, we place the object where? That is beyond the 2f dash. Alright, beyond the 2f dash. So if the object is placed beyond the 2f dash, where will the image be formed? Where will the image be formed? Here, image will be formed between f and 2f. Okay, which means between a focus and twice of the focal length, which means 2f. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. So what is the nature of that image? Nature of the image, actually that is real and inverted image. Am I right? Real and inverted image. So next one, what is the size of the image? The size of the image is diminished, which means the size of the image is smaller than the size of the object. Is it clear? Yes. Then after that, we have placed the object at 2f dash. Am I right? At 2f dash, means on the 2f dash. So if the object is placed at 2f dash, okay, 2f dash. So from the convex lens, where will the image be formed? Here image will be formed at 2f on other side. Note this point, very important, on other side. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the nature of the image? Actually the nature of the image is a real and inverted image, because here image will be formed below the principal axis. Below the principal axis, so that image is considered as a real image. So all real images are inverted image. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the size of the image? the size of the image actually will be equal to size of the object. Okay, so when the object placed at 2f dash from the optical center of the convex lens, the image size will be equal to object size. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. Then after that we have placed the objects between 2f dash and f dash. Is it clear? Between 2f dash and f dash. So if the object is placed between 2f dash and f dash, where will the image be formed? Here image will be formed beyond the 2f on other side of the convex lens. Where? Beyond the 2f, okay, on the other side of the convex lens. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the nature of the image? The nature of the image is real and inverted image. Is it clear? Yes. Then what is the size of the image? Size of the image actually that is highly enlarged. Or we can say that is enlarged, which means the size of the image is larger than the size of the object when we place the object between 2f dash and f dash. Is it clear? Yes. Then we have placed the object at f dash. At f dash. What is f dash? Which means focus. Where? Focus. So if the object is placed at focus of a convex lens, where will the image be formed? Image will be formed at where? Infinity. Is it clear? Image will be formed at infinity. Very easy one. Okay. Then what is the nature of that image? The nature of the image will be real and inverted image. Is it clear? Real and inverted image. Practically we cannot see that. But we can assume that. So what is the nature of that image? Real and inverted image. Then what is the size of the image? That is highly enlarged. What is that? Highly enlarged. Is it clear? Yeah. Yes. Then after that we have placed the object where? Between optical center and the focus. Am I right? Between optical center and the focus. So if the object is placed between the optical center and the focus, where will the image be formed? Image will be formed same side of the object. Where? Same side of the object. Which means what is that image? Actually here image will be formed above the principal axis. So what is that image? What is the nature of the image? Actually that is a virtual image. Is it clear? What is that? Virtual image. So all virtual images are erect image. Is that clear? Yes. So what is the size of that image, sir? Size of the image is actually that is enlarged. What is that? Enlarged, which means the size of the image is more compared than size of the object. That's why it is considered as enlarged. Is it clear? Yes. So look at here. So we can get different images. Am I right? Different images when we place the object different positions from the optical center of convex lens. Am I right? From the optical center of convex lens. So here the image formation, the size of the image, nature of the image, and the position of the image, that is full depend on the object. Which means what is the object position? Exactly, object position, the size, the nature of the image, size of the image, and position of the image full depend on only what is that? The position of the object is very important. Is it clear? Yes. So look at here. So if the object distances decreases, what is object distance, sir? What is object distance? The distance between the optical center O and the position of the object. That is What is that? That is object distance. Am I right? That is object distance. So if the object distance decreases, image distance increases. Okay, in which lens? In convex lens. In convex lens, the object distance decreases, image distance increases. Is it clear? Finally, the real image. One my point, very important one. Finally, the real image changes into virtual image. When the object is placed between optical center O and the focus. Is it clear? So when the object is placed between optical center O and the focus, the real images changes into virtual image. Is it clear? Real images changes into virtual image. Is it clear? Yes, very important. Till now we have seen up to this concept. Okay? Yes. So in this session we are going to start next one. What is that, sir? So we have seen, last class we have seen image formation by convex lens. So in this session we need to start, what is that? Yes, image formation by concave lens. What is that? Image formation by concave lens. Let's get started. Look at here what happens. So next one, I'll rub that because I need some space. So next one, image formation by concave lens. Image formation by concave lens, very important one. Is it clear? Yes. So next I am going to put the tabular column. So what is the position of the object, position of the image, and nature of the image, and what is the size of the image. Okay, to understand that I am going to make a tabular column. You look at here. Yes. First one, what is that? That is position of the object, and second one, position of the image. What is that? Position of the image. And third one, what is that? Nature of the image. Nature of the image. And last one, size of the image. Size of the image. Yes. Yes. What we are going to see now? Now we are going to see the image formation by concave lens. So already we have seen the image formation by convex lens. Convex lens completed, fully completed. Okay. So, but in this session we are going to start image formation by concave lens. Is it clear? Concave lens. To understand the concept of the image formation by concave lens, I am going to make a tabular column to enlist the position of the object, position of the image, size of the image, and nature of the image, like that. Is it clear? Yes. So now I am going to draw the concave lens. What is that? Concave lens. You look at here. Yes. Consider a concave lens. Yes. Consider a concave lens. So this is a beautiful concave lens. Am I right? Yes. This is a beautiful concave lens. Look at here. Yes. So the center point of a concave lens, what is it? The center point. The center point of a concave lens, not only concave, the center point of a spherical lens, that is known as what is optical center. Am I right? Optical centers do not be letter capital O. Capital O. Is it clear? Yes. Very simple. Yes. Next one, an imaginary line. An imaginary line which passes through the optical center O. What is that? That is principal axis. Is it clear? Yes. This is principal axis. What is this? This is principal axis. Is it clear? Yes. Next one. Note some important components of concave lens. Okay, in concave lens, so where will be the focus? So where will be the focus? Here in concave lens, the focus will be from where? Left side of the concave lens, not a right side. But in convex lens, the focus will be from right side. Okay, if you place the object left side, the focus will be from right side of the convex lens. But in concave lens, the focus will be from left side of a concave lens when we place the object left side. Is it clear? It means the object and the focus will be placed at same side. Is it clear? Yes, look at here. So this is focus. Am I right? This is focus. Okay. Then twice of its focus, 2f. Twice of its the convex lens focus, that is focal length, that is 2f. Is it clear? Yes. Here on right side also there will be f dash, that is secondary focus, and this is first focus. Then there will be secondary twice of its focal length, that is 2f dash. Is it clear? Yes. Very simple. Look at here. Now I am going to place the object different positions from the concave lens. From the optical center of the concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. That is image formation by concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. First consider a concave lens. This is concave lens. Why it is called concave lens? Because this lens has two surfaces bulging inside. Look at here. This lens has flexed out shape. Flexed in shape. Look at here. Bulging inside. Flexed in shape. That's the reason why it is called concave lens. What lens? Concave lens. Am I right? Yes. So the center point of a concave lens, that is optical center. What is that? Optical center. The optical center is denoted by the letter capital O. Capital O. Next, an imaginary line. Note my point. An imaginary line. An imaginary line which passes through the optical center. That is, what is that? Principal axis. What is that? Principal axis. Am I right? Yes. Next one, this is focus. In concave lens, the first focus will be from the left side of the concave lens. This is left side, that is right side. So left side of the concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. Then twice of its focal length, that is 2f dash. Which means what is the distance between the twice of its focal length between 2f and the O, that is radius of curvature. Already we know very well. That is radius of curvature. On this point, we will use this concept later. So the distance between 2f and the optical center O, that is radius of curvature. Very simple. So also we can say that is center of curvature. The 2f that is considered as center of curvature. Instead of 2f, we can use C1, even C2 also. For my convenient, I have taken 2f and 2f dash here. Is it clear? Instead of this 2f and 2f dash, we can use C1 and C2 also. That's not a problem at all. Okay? Yes. This is convex, this is concave lens. Okay. First, I am going to place the object at infinity. Where? At infinity, I am going to place the object. Is it clear? Yes. So, object placed at infinity. Consider this is object. This is object placed at infinity. Placed at infinity. Actually, when the object is placed at infinity, we should not draw the diagram because that will be very, very small, diminished. We cannot see that. For our convenience, I have drawn like that. Is it clear? Yes. So consider an object. That object is placed at infinity. Where? Infinity. Am I right? Yes. So light rays are coming from an object placed at infinity. Am I right? Yes. So light rays are coming from each and every point of the object. Is it clear? So light rays are coming from top of the object, middle part of the object, even bottom of the object. Okay? But I am going to consider just 2 rays. How many rays? I am going to consider just 2 rays because just 2 rays needed to make, what is that? Image formation. Okay? Just 2 rays needed to make an image formation. That's the reason why I am going to consider just 2 rays which is coming from an object placed at infinity. Is that clear? Yes. Look at here. So from the object, so many light rays are coming. From the object, so many light rays are coming. I am going to consider just 2 rays. Am I right? Yes. So when the object is placed at infinity, so the light rays are coming from an object placed at infinity, it will be parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? So whenever the light rays are coming from an object placed at infinity, the light rays will be parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? Yes. Already we know very well that concept. Yes. So look at here. So the light rays are coming from an object placed at infinity, that is parallel to the principal axis. So this is one light ray. This is one light ray, and consider another one ray. Another one ray. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. This is one ray of light. This is a ray of light, and that is also a ray of light which is coming from an object placed at infinity. Note this concept. Whenever light rays are coming from an object placed at infinity, it will be parallel to the principal axis. Which is principal axis? So this is principal axis, and both are light rays. Both are light rays which is coming from an object placed at infinity. So both are parallel to the principal axis as well as parallel to each other. Parallel to each other. I mean, this ray of light parallel to each that one. That ray of light is parallel to this one. Is it clear? Yes. So these two ray of light which falls on the surface of the concave lens. So what is the next move? What is the next move? Look at here. So already we know this lens thickness is very less. Am I right? That is an order of 10 to the power minus 3 meter. How much? 10 to the power minus 3 meter. The lens, generally the spherical lens's thickness is very less in order of 10 to the power minus 3. Is that clear? Very less thickness. Is that clear? Yes. So look at here. So I am going to consider here refraction takes place inside the convex lens. Actually, the refraction takes place twice. Look at here. Here the surface of the lens. Okay, and then another surface of the lens. Okay, here refraction takes place twice. But due to the very less thickness of the spherical lenses, I am going to consider here the here the refraction takes place inside the concave lens. Where? Inside the concave lens. Is it clear? What is the concept? Yes, very simple, because the thickness is very less, in order of 10 to the power minus 3. Is it clear? Yes. So here the two refracted rays falls inside the where? Inside the concave lens. What is the next move? They have to enter into another medium. Okay, because here light goes from air medium to glass medium. Again glass medium into other medium. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. But look at here. This concave lens is a diverging lens. Am I right? This concave lens is a diverging lens. What is a diverging? Diverging means nothing but spreading out. Light rays are spreading out in different direction. That is diverging. Am I right? So this concave lens is a diverging lens. Am I right? Diverging lens. So after refraction, what will happen? After refraction, this ray of light diverging each other like this. After this point, after refraction, the ray of light diverging each other like this. Diverging each other. Can you see clearly? Yes. Here two rays are diverging each other. Am I right? After refraction. Then you may ask me, then where will the image be from? Where will the image be from? Is it clear? Yes. Now we can use the first rule. The first rule of image formation in concave lens. What is the first rule? A ray of light. Look at here. A ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis, of concave lens, it appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? It appears to be coming from its focus after refraction through it. That is first rule. Am I right? So what is the first rule? Image formation concave lens. What is the first rule? A ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, it appears to be, note this point, it appears to be coming from its focus after refraction through it. That is first rule. Am I right? Yes, because here the two rays are parallel to principal axis. Am I right? Parallel to principal axis. So we can use the first rule, image formation in concave lens. Am I right? Concave lens. Yes. So if we extend these two refracted rays at back side, where will the image form? At focus. Look at here. So if we extend this first refracted ray, this appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? This appears to coming from its focus. This is for first one. Next one, if we extend this second refracted ray, this is first refracted ray. If we extend this second refracted ray at back side, it appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? Appears to coming from its focus. So here, where will the image be formed? Where will the image be formed? Okay, that is my question. Look at here. Here, if we extend the two refracted rays at back side, here the two refracted rays. For this point, here the two refracted rays appears to meet at a point on the focus. Where? On the focus. So where will the image be formed? Image will be formed at focus. Am I right? Image will be formed at focus. Here, look at here. Here the two refracted ray appears to meet. What is that? Appears to meet at a point on the focus. So what is that image? What is that image? Actually, that image is considered as virtual image. Am I right? Virtual image. But in a realistic, okay, which means in a really, the two refracted rays never intersect, never meet at a point. Is it clear? But we extend, okay, when we extend the two refracted ray at back side, it appears to meet at a point. So that image is considered as a virtual image. Am I right? What image? A virtual image. Very simple concept. Is it clear? Yes, look at here. I repeat it again. Look at here. Now consider a concave lens. What lens? This is a concave lens. The center point of concave lens, that is considered as optical center O. Am I right? Next, an imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis, and this is first focus and twice of its focal length. Then this is second focus and twice of its focal length. Am I right? Yes. First, I am going to place the object where? At infinity. First one, what is that? So when the object is placed When the object is placed at infinity. First one, what is that? So when the object is placed at infinity. So I'm consider the object is placed at infinity. So whenever light rays are coming from an object placed at infinity, it will be parallel to the principal axis. Already we know very well that concept. Okay, it will be parallel to the principal axis. So consider this is one ray of light and that is one ray of light. Is it clear? It's very simple. Consider I am going to give a name. This is A and this is B. And this is C and this is D. This is D. Is it clear? This is for our convenience. Look at here. Here AB and CD both are what ray? That is incident ray. Okay, incident ray which is coming from an object placed at infinity. Here the two rays are parallel to the principal axis as well as parallel to each other. Am I right? Yes. So what is the first rule? What is the first rule for obtaining images formed by concave lens? A ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, it appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? It appears to coming from its focus after refraction through it. Am I right? Here we can use the first rule. Am I right? First rule, image formation by concave lens. Am I right? Yes. Look at here. So this concave lens is a diverging lens. Concave lens is a diverging lens. So these two incident ray falls inside the concave lens. Refraction takes place at inside. Okay, for our convenience we have taken inside. Okay, so refraction takes place at inside. So after refraction, what will happen? After refraction, these two incident light ray directions will change. That is rule. Am I right? Yes. So this concave lens is a diverging lens. So after refraction, this concave lens diverges. Note this point. Diverges the two ray. Diverges the parallel beam of light rays. Okay, parallel light rays. Is it clear? So after refraction. This ray of light direction becomes XY. Okay, after refraction, here the two ray of light direction becomes BX and BY. Is it clear? BX and BY. Then where will the image be formed? Look at here. If we extend these two refractor ray at the backside of the concave lens, here the two refractor rays appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? Yes. Here appears to coming from its focus. Okay, appears to. Note this point. Appears to coming from its focus. Okay, so here the two refracted ray appears to meet at a point. Okay, where on the focus. Where on the focus. So image will be formed at focus. Where at focus of the concave lens. This is a concept very important one. Okay, so look at here the two refracted ray appears to meet at a single point. Never. Okay, here the two refracted ray never intersect together. Which means never meet at a single point. They appears to meet at a single point. So there will be image formation. Is it clear? Actually, there is a virtual image, not a real image. Is it clear? Yes. Very simple. So now, what is the position of the object? What is the position of the object? Position of the object is infinity because we place the object at infinity. Yes, I am going to fill the table column. You look at here. So position of the object, what is that? At infinity. Position of the object at infinity. Then what is the position of the image? Here image is formed where? Here image is formed at focus. Where? At focus. So that is the position of the image. Is it clear? Yes. First, what is the position of the object? Okay, so where we place the object, the distance between the optical center and the object, that is position of the image. Am I right? Here where we place the object, we place the object at infinity, that is position of the object. Then what is the position of the image? What is the position of the image? Okay, so where the image is formed, that is position of the object from the convex lens, optical center. Am I right? So this is position of the object. So here, the position of the image is focus, at focus. At focus. Next, what is the nature of the image? You know what is the nature of the image? Nature of the image means nothing but whether the image is a real image or virtual image. That is nature. Okay, here whether the image is a real image or virtual image. Look at here. Real image or virtual image? You tell me. I don't know. You tell me that here this image is a virtual image. Am I right? This image is a virtual image because look at here. Bx and By both are refracted rays. So these two refracted rays appears to meet at a point. Am I right? Appears to meet, but they never meet. They never meet at a single point. They appears to meet at a single point, so that image is considered as a virtual image. Is it clear? Virtual image. Very, very simple. Don't get confused. So what is the nature of the image? That is a virtual image. So virtual and erect image, because all virtual images are erect image. Erect image means nothing but the straight image. What is that? Straight image. Is that clear? Yes. Next one, what is that? The fourth one, size of the image. So what is the size of the image? Is it enlarged or diminished or whatever it is? What is that? What is the size of the image? Here the size of the image is very, very small. Okay, very, very small. So the size of the image is considered as, what is that? Highly diminished. Am I right? Size of the image is highly diminished. Very, very small. Can you see this? But the object size will be enlarged. Okay, object size will be enlarged, but image size will be highly diminished. Is it clear? Highly diminished. Yes. Image size highly diminished. Highly diminished. Very, very simple. That's all. Okay. The first position completed. First position of the object completed. Okay, from the optical center of convex lens completed. So first one is that if you place the object at infinity from the convex lens, image will be found at focus. That image will be virtual image. All virtual images are erect image. Alright, then size of the image will be highly diminished compared than the object size. That's all. Okay, is there any problem? No, very simple. Okay, don't get to memorize anything. You try to understand the concepts what I'm telling here. Okay, yes. Next one, I am going to place the object where? I am going to place the object next beyond the 2F. Where? Beyond the 2F. Step by step, I am going to place the object towards the concave lens. Towards the concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. Very simple. Look at here. So second one, I am going to place the object beyond the 2F. Second one, what is that? So when the object is placed at beyond 2F, where beyond 2F, that is concept. Okay, yes. Consider concave lens. Yes. Yes. Consider concave lens. This is concave lens. Am I right? Yes. Yes. Consider concave lens. The center point. The center point of a concave lens, what is that? That is optical center. Optical center is denoted by letter capital O. Am I right? Yes. Next, an imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Am I right? Yes. That is principal axis. Yes. An imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Is it clear? Yes. Next one, enter some important components of the concave lens, that is focus. Then this is twice of its focus. Then this is second focus F dash, and this twice of its second focus 2F dash. Okay, twice of its second focus, that is 2F dash. Is it clear? Yes. Very, very simple. You look at here. So next I am going to place the object where? Next I am going to place the object. So beyond the 2F, where? Beyond the twice of its focal length. Is it clear? Yes. First consider the concave lens. The center point of a concave lens, that is optical center O. Next, an imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Is first focus and twice of its focal length. Then second focus and twice of its focal length. That's all. Very simple. Is there any doubt? No doubt. Is it clear? Yes. Now I am going to place the object where? Now I am going to place the object beyond the 2F dash. Where? Beyond the 2F dash. Okay. So in order to start that, I need to give some important points. Important point about the image formation by concave lens. So what is that important point, sir? Actually, this concave lens is a special lens. Concave lens is a special lens. You may ask me, so why it is considered a special lens? Why it is considered as special lens? Am I right? Yes, that is a very big question. Okay. See, if you place, now this point very important. If you place the object anywhere, between the infinity and the focus, okay, infinity and the focus, image will be formed only between the optical center and focus. Okay, where? Optical center and focus, which means here, between the optical center and focus. So what is that, sir? What is that? So if you note this point, very, very important concept. If you place an object anywhere between the infinity, okay, anywhere between the infinity and the optical center O of the concave lens, image will be formed between the optical center O and the focus. Do you think that is possible? Yes, of course that is possible. Okay, which means if you place the object beyond the 2f days, where will the image be formed? Image will be formed between O and F. If you place the object at 2f, where will the image be formed? Yes, same between O and F. If you place the object between F and 2f, where will the image be formed? Yes, image will be formed between O and F, which means here. If you place the object at F, image will be formed between O and F. Okay, that is a concept. That's why I said concave lens is a special lens. Is it clear? So in concave lens, if we place the object anywhere, on this point, anywhere, so between infinity and the optical center O of the concave lens, image will be formed between this O and F. Okay, because image will be formed between this O and F. That is a rule. Is it clear? That's why I said the concave lens is a special lens. Is it clear? Yes. We will start that. We will see one by one. Okay, how does the image form? Is it clear? Yes. Next, I am going to place the object where? Next, I am going to place the object here. Where? Beyond the 2f. Is it clear? So second condition, what is that? Second condition, the object is placed beyond the 2f there. Beyond the 2f here. Is it clear? Yes. So this is the center line of the concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. Look at it. Here, object is placed where? Object is placed beyond the 2f. So consider this is A, B. The top of the object A and bottom of the object B. Alright? Top of the object A, bottom of the object B. So this is object. That is object. So light rays are coming from an object placed at 2f. So beyond the 2f. Is it clear? Yes. So many light rays are coming from an object placed at beyond the 2f. But we need just 2 rays. Am I right? Yes. Consider a ray of light which is coming from the top of the object. Okay? Here, which is top of the object. This is top of the object. So the light ray is coming from top of the object. Where? Top of the object. Actually, look at here. This ray of light is parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? So this is ray of light and this is principal axis. This ray of light is parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? Yes, very simple. So this ray of light falls inside the concave lens at the point B. Consider this point. At this point B. Is it clear? Yes. So what will happen? Next, what will happen? So refraction takes place inside the concave lens at the point B. Am I right? Yes. So after refraction, what will happen? After refraction, ray of light direction should change. That is rule. That is the principle of refraction. Am I right? So look at here. Now we can use the first rule. What is that? Now we can use the first rule of the concave lens image formation. What is the first rule? A ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis. What will happen? Parallel to the principal axis of concave lens. It is appears to coming from its focus after refraction. Am I right? After refraction, that is first rule. Is it clear? Now we can use that one. So this ray of light falls inside the concave lens. So refraction takes place due to refraction. Here, that ray of light diverges. The ray of light diverges. Then after refraction, that ray of light direction becomes Bx. That is diverging. Okay, am I right? After refraction, the ray of light direction becomes Bx. Is it clear? It's very simple. So, if we extend, look at here, if we extend this ray, this refracted ray, actually this is refracted ray, already we know very good. If we extend this refracted ray at back side, it appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? It appears to coming from its focus. Look at here. Yes, it appears to coming from its focus. Very simple. Is it clear? Yes. Next, so this is a ray of light completed. Next, another ray of light which is coming from the top of the object. Where? Top of the object. Okay, here already we know 3 rules are there. Okay, 3 rules are there. Rules for obtaining images formed by concave lens. If any two rules obey, there will be image formation. I mean, there will be image formation. So to form an image, there must be two rules. Two rules should obey. I mean, 2 rules should obey. Is it clear? Yes. So this is first rule completed. What is that? First rule completed. You consider the next rule. What is that rule, sir? Here we can take the third rule. What is the third rule? A ray of light passing through the optical center of concave lens. It goes straight after refraction through it. That is third rule. Alright. Here I am going to take a third rule. Is it clear? Yes. So consider ray of light which is coming from an object placed at 2f dash, 2f, beyond the 2f, from the top, like this. Like this. Yes. This is incident ray. This is incident ray. Is it clear? Yes. Actually, look at here. Here, this ray of light is passes through the optical center. Is it clear? Next, what will happen? So already we know clearly. Whenever light goes through the optical center of the spherical lens, not only for concave lens, even that is for convex lens, optical center of a spherical lenses, it will go in a straight line. Alright, it will go in a straight line. There will not be any refraction, which means there will not be any bending of light. That is good. Alright. So here the ray of light which passes through the optical center goes. What will happen? It will go in a straight line. It will go in a straight line after passing through the concave lens here. Alright. After passing through the concave lens. Alright. Yes, very simple. Look at here. Yes. I repeat it. Look at here. Very simple. In second case, I have placed the object beyond the 2f. Alright. Beyond the 2f. This is object. So AB, that is considered as an object. This A is the top of the object and B is the bottom of the object. So many light rays are coming from an object placed at beyond the 2f. Okay, but I am going to consider just 2 rays because just 2 rays needed to make an image. Is it clear? Yes. Consider first ray. That ray is coming from the top of the object. Okay, this is AB. First ray, this is AB. Actually, that ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis. So this is principal axis to AB which is parallel to the principal axis. So if the ray of light is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, what will happen? Then this concave lens diverges the ray of light because concave lens is a diverging lens. So the concave lens diverges the ray of light. Then after refraction, this ray of light direction becomes Bx. Okay, that is refracted ray. Is it clear? Yes. So if we extend this refracted ray Bx at back side, here this refracted ray Bx appears on this point, appears to coming from its focus. Appears to coming from its focus. Is it clear? Yes. The first rule completed. Next, consider the third rule. What is the third rule? A ray of light which passes through the optical center O. What is the optical center O of the concave lens? It goes straight after passing through it, which means there will not be any refraction, there will not be any bending of light. Am I right? Yes. So this is the second ray. AO is a second ray. Is it clear? Yes. So AO which passes through the optical center O, so there will not be any refraction, due to which it will go in a straight line. Is it clear? Yes. So the 2 rules completed. 2 rules obey here. Am I right? 2 rules obey here. I am going to ask a question here. Where will the image be formed? You tell me, where will the image be formed? Look at here. So this is one refracted ray. Look at here. Not a refracted ray, not a real refracted ray. This is a virtual refracted ray. Am I right? Yes. If we extend this refracted ray back side, appears to coming from its focus. Okay, am I right? So this is a virtual line. Virtual line. Is it clear? Yes. Next one, here is another one ray of light. This goes through the optical center. So this is a ray of light and this is one of the ray of light. So here, so when the two rays, look at here, when the two rays intersect together, there will be image formation. Am I right? So here, where will the image be formed? Here, image will be formed here. Look at here, image will be formed here. Can you see clearly? Yes, image will be formed here. Where? Between the optical center O and the focus F. Is it clear? Image will be formed. Image is formed between O and F, which means focus. That is a rule. That is a rule. You may ask me, sir, in image formation by convex lens, you said image is formed where the two refracted rays intersect together. Am I right? Already I thought that where the two refracted rays intersect together, there will be image formation. But here the two refracted rays diverging each other, sir. Alright, the two refracted rays diverging each other. Then how will the image be formed, sir? Is it clear? Actually, this concave lens makes only virtual image. What image? Only virtual image. So here the two refracted rays appears to meet at a single point. So there will be image formation. Is it clear? You try to understand my concept. See, in convex lens, realistic, okay, really the two refracted rays intersect together because convex lens is a what lens? That is a converging lens, which has real focus, but this concave lens is a virtual focus. Okay, it's a diverging lens. So here the two refracted rays appears actually they never intersect together. They appears to meet at a single point. There will be image formation. So if we extend this ray at back side, okay, here the two refracted ray appears to meet each other. Okay, that is the reason why there will be image formation. You don't get confusion. It's very simple. Is it clear? Yes. Here the two refracted rays appears to meet at a single point. So there will be image formation. That image is considered as a virtual image. Is it clear? Virtual image, because here two refracted rays appears to meet at a point. What is that? Appears to meet at a point. So that image is considered as a virtual image, not a real image. Is that clear? Yes. So what is the position? What is the position of the image? Image is formed between optical center O and the focus F. Is it clear? Yes. Then what is the nature of this image? Whether it is a real image or virtual image? That's why just now I said this image is a virtual image. Why? Because here the image is formed above the principal axis. Am I right? Above the principal axis. So the size of the image is considered as A and B. So bottom of the A dash, B dash. So bottom of the object A and bottom of the image B. Here also the bottom of the object A dash and top of the object A and bottom of the image bottom of the object B. Here top of the image A dash and bottom of the image B dash. Okay, so top which is straight to the top of the image and bottom of the object straight to the bottom of the image. So this image is considered as what image? That is a virtual image because that is formed above the principal axis. Is it clear? It's very simple. Look at here. So this is a second situation. So when the object is placed at beyond the 2F dash, image will be formed between O and F, which means optical center O and the focus F. That nature of the image is virtual image. So all virtual images are erect image. Then the size of the image is diminished. What is that? Diminished. Look at here. The size of the image is small compared to the object size. So if the object size is 7 centimeter, then the image size will be lesser than the 7 centimeter. So it may be 4 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 5 centimeters, whatever it is, but that should be lesser than the 7 centimeter. That is a concept. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. Is there any doubt? No? Okay, yes. Now fill this tabular column. Look at here. So what is the position of the object? Position of the object, that is beyond the 2F. The position of the object beyond 2F. Is it clear? Beyond 2F. Then what is the position of the image between O and F? Position of the image between O and F. which means optical center O and focus F. Then what is the nature of the image? Whether it is a real image or virtual image, that is a virtual image, because the image is forms above the principal axis. So that is the reason why it is considered as, what is that? A virtual image. Is it clear? Yes. So this is virtual and erect image, because all virtual images are erect images. Is it clear? Yes. Next, what is the size of the object? That is diminished, which means the size of the image is smaller than the size of the object, so that is considered as diminished. So size of the object diminished. That's all. The second case completed. Second case completed. That's all. Very simple. Okay. Yes. Next, third one. Third, where I should place the object. Third case, I am going to place the object at 2 here. Is it clear? Yes. So third case, look at here, third case. So when the object is placed at 2 here, but 2 here. Very simple. Okay, consider the concave lens. Consider the concave lens. So this is a concave lens. The center point of a concave lens, that is optical center. Optical center is denoted by the letter capital O. Am I right? Yes. Next, an imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Yes. Yes. An imaginary line. An imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Next one, this is first focus. First focus, then this is twice of its focal length, which means 2f. Then this is second focus, f dash, and this is twice of its second focus, 2f dash. 2f dash. Is it clear? This is very simple. First consider the concave lens. Next, the center point of concave lens, that is optical center O. Next, an imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Then this is first focus of the concave lens, second focus, okay, which means twice of its focal length. Then the second focus of concave lens. This is second focus of the second focal length of the twice of its focal length. Second twice of its focal length. That's all. Is it clear? Next, where I am going to place the object? So this is center line. This is center line of the lens. Next, where I am going to place the object? Next, I am going to place the object at 2f. Where? At 2f here. Yes. At 2f. Consider this is object. So top of the object A and bottom of the object B. This is object. That is object. Is it clear? Yes. So light rays are coming from an object placed at 2f. So many light rays are coming out. Okay, I am going to consider just 2 rays. How many rays? Just 2 rays. So first ray, consider first ray which is coming from the top of the object. Where? Top of the object. Look at here. Yes, like this. Top of the object. So this is incident ray. Incident ray. Am I right? Yes. So this ray of light, actually this is parallel to the principal axis. So this is principal axis. So this ray of light is parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? So this ray of light which falls inside the concave lens at the point B. Consider this is point B. This point B. Am I right? Yes. So what will happen? This ray of light which falls inside the concave lens. What will happen? Refraction takes place here, because light goes from aluminum to glass medium. So refraction takes place here. So due to refraction, what will happen? So due to refraction, the ray of light direction should change. That is constant. Am I right? So this ray of light is, see, this concave lens is a diverging lens. Am I right? This concave lens is a diverging lens. So after refraction, this concave lens diverges. Look at here. This concave lens diverges the ray of light after refraction through it. Note this point. After refraction through it. Okay. So after refraction, the ray of light AB direction changes into BX. BX. Actually, BX is a refracted ray. Am I right? BX is a refracted ray. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the first rule, sir? What is the first rule? Where ray of light, if the ray of light is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, then it appears to coming from its focus. It appears to coming from its focus after refraction through it. Yes. So if we extend this refracted ray at backside, so this is refracted ray. BX is a refracted ray. So if we extend this refracted ray at backside, this refracted ray BX appears to, note this point, appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? Appears to coming from its focus. Very simple. So first rule completed. Alright, first rule completed. Okay, leave it that. Next, use second. Okay, second rule. What is the second rule, sir? If a ray of light goes through the optical center of a concave lens, what will happen? There will not be any refraction, which means there will not be any bending of light. Light remains will go in a straight line. That is second rule. Am I right? Use second rule. The third rule. Okay, you use that. Yes. Consider ray of light. Consider ray of light which is coming from the object, top of the object. Actually, there is top of the object. Top of the object. This is incident ray. Am I right? Yes. Consider second ray which is coming from top of the object. So this ray of light passes through the optical center O. Passes through the optical center O. So what is the third rule? So whenever ray of light goes through the optical center O, there will not be any refraction. Light remains will go in a straight line. Am I right? Light remains will go in a straight line like this. There will not be any refraction, which means bending of light. That is a rule. Am I right? That is a rule. Here, where will the image be formed? You tell me that. Where will the image be formed? Yes. So this is one ray of light and this is one ray of light. Okay. So when two ray of lights meet at a point, intersect together, there will be image formation. So image will be formed here. Can you see this? Image will be formed between this O and F. What is that? Between O and F. It means optical center O and the focus F. Is there any doubt? No. Very simple. Look at here. Actually, look at here. Actually, here the two refracted rays. This is one refracted ray and this is one refracted ray. Am I right? This one refracted. This ray actually is coming out from the optical center O. So here, the two refracted rays appears to meet at a single point because there is a virtual image. The concave lens always make a only virtual image. You consider that. Don't get confusion. Don't panic. Is it clear? So here the two refracted ray appears to meet at a point. Actually, that is between the O and F dash. So image will be formed between the O and F dash, which means here. Okay. Is there any doubt? No doubt. Look at it, very simple. Okay? Yes. Okay, I repeat it. Look at here. Here in third case, in third case, image object is placed at 2F. Object is placed at 2F. A is the bottom of top of the object and B is the bottom of the object. So many light rays are coming from an object placed at 2F. Consider just two rays. The first ray is parallel to the principal axis. Parallel to the principal axis. So if the ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, the concave lens, then it appears to coming from its focus after refraction through it. So this is first one. And third one, what is that? The ray of light goes through the optical center of concave lens. There will not be any refraction. Refraction, which means bending of light. Light will go in a straight line. Is that clear? Yes. So if we extend this ray of light Bx, it appears to coming from its focus. Alright. So this is a ray of light. Here the two ray of light meet at a point. Okay, here intersect to this point between the O and F. So there will be image formation. Is that clear? There will be image formation. So here the top of the objects, okay, same to the top of the image. So that is considered as A dash. And bottom of the objects, okay, same to the bottom of the image, considered as B dash. B the dash. Is that clear? Yes. So what is the position of the object? Position of the object is 2F. Okay, 2F from the optical center of the concave lens. Next, what is the position of the image? Image is found between O and F. Alright, O and F. Then what is the nature of the image? Here image is formed above the principal axis. Am I right? Above the principal axis, so that image is considered as virtual image. Am I right? That image is considered as virtual image. You see, not only due to the formation of above the principal axis considered as a virtual image. Actually here, the two refracted rays appears to intersect together. Am I right? Two refracted rays appears to intersect together. That is the reason why it is considered as also considered as what is that? It's a virtual image. Am I right? So this is a virtual image. Then what is the size of the image? Look at here. So this is the size of the object and this is the size of the image. So compare the size of the object. The size of the image is small. So that is considered as a diminished. Am I right? That is considered as a diminished. Which means if the size of the image is 5 centimeter, size of the object. If the size of the object is 5 centimeter, then the size of the image will be lesser than the 5 centimeter. It may be 3 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 1 centimeter, so whatever it is. Is it clear? Yes, that's all. So now fill the table column. We look at here. So what is the position of the object? Position of the object at 2F. At 2F. at 2f from the optical center O. Am I right? Yes. Next, what is the position of the image? Image is found between O and F. So image is found between O and F. Okay, which means between optical center O and the focus F. Then what is the nature of the image? So the image is found above the principal axis, so that image is a virtual image. Am I right? Virtual image. So all virtual images are erect image. So nature of the image, virtual and erect image. Virtual and erect image. Next one, what is the size of the object? Size of the image. The size of the image is smaller than the size of the object, so that is considered as diminished. That is diminished. That's all. 3 positions completed. 3 positions completed. Is it clear? Very simple. Okay. So when the object is placed to here, image will be formed between O and F. O and F. Then the nature of the image will be erect, virtual and erect image. Then the size of the image will be diminished. It means smaller than the object. That's all. Very simple. Is it clear? Yes. Next, where I am going to place the object? Next, I am going to place the object between F and 2F. Where? Between F and 2F, which means here. Is it clear? Okay, look at here what happens next. Yes. So next one. Next, when the object is placed between 2F and F. Is it clear? 2F and yes. Consider a concave lens again. Consider a concave lens. Is it clear? So the center point of concave lens, there is optical center O. Optical center O. And imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Just like this. Yes. And imaginary line which passes through the optical center, what is that? That is principal axis. Yes. Then this is first focus of concave lens, and this is twice of its focal length. And this is second focus. This is second focus of the concave lens, and this is second twice of its focal length. Second twice of its focal length. That's all. These are all the components of the concave lens. Okay, for image formation by using ray diagrams. Is it clear? Yes. Next, I am going to place the object where? Between the 2F and F. Where? So this is center line of the concave lens. Next, I am going to place the object between here. Between 2F and F. Is it clear? Between 2F and F. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. So consider the top of the object considered as A and bottom of the object considered as B. Considered as B. That is for our convenience. Is it clear? Yes. So light rays are coming from an object placed between F and 2F. Alright. So many light rays are coming. But I am going to take just 2 rays. Just 2 rays to make an image formation. Is it clear? Yes. Consider the top of the object. Consider the top of the object. A ray of light which is coming from the top of the object. Okay, so ray of light is coming from top of the object A. Is it clear? Yes. So what is this ray? This ray is an incident ray. This ray is an incident ray. Is it clear? Yes. So this ray of light actually is parallel to the principal axis. The ray of light actually is a parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. This is a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis. So in concave lens, if a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, what will happen? After refraction, it appears to coming from its focus. Right? After refraction, it appears to coming from its focus. Alright? Yes. So look at here. This ray of light which falls inside the concave lens at the point B. Here. At the point B. What will happen? What will happen? Refraction takes place here. Where? At B, refraction takes place because light goes from air into glass medium. Glass medium, so refraction takes place. Is it clear? Yes. So after refraction, what will happen? After refraction, here the ray of light AB direction should change. That is refraction principle. Am I right? Yes. So refraction takes place at the point B. After refraction, the ray of light AB direction changes into like this. Consider this is BX. Okay, refraction takes place at the point B. After refraction, the ray of light AB direction changes. Actually, that is diverges into BX. Is it clear? So BX is a refracted ray. Alright, refracted ray. Is it clear? Yes. So if we extend this refracted ray BX at back side, it appears to coming from its focus. That is first rule image formation. Am I right? Yes, like this. Yes. Bx is a refracted ray. If we extend this refracted ray Bx at backside, it appears to coming from its focus. This is first rule image formation of concave lens. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. Next, use the third rule. What is that? Third rule. What is the third rule, sir? Third rule: a ray of light passes through the optical center of a concave lens. What will happen? It goes straight after passing through it. That is third. Alright. Next, I am going to use that rule. Consider the object. From the top of the object, the ray of light is coming from the top of. Look at here. So from the top of from the top of the object, a ray of light is coming. That ray of light, this incident ray, that ray of light which passes through the optical center O. Where? Optical center O. So what will happen next? So whenever light goes through the optical center O, there will not be any refraction, which means light will go in a straight line like this. Like this. There will not be any refraction. That is a special property of this optical center O. Is clear? Already I got very clearly. Okay? Yes. So here where will the image be formed? Where will the image be formed? So this is one refracted ray. Okay, appears to coming from its focus. That is one refracted ray. And if we extend this ray, there will be another one refracted ray. Okay, so here two rays meet at this point. The two rays meet this point, so there will be image formation. Am I right? So here image is formed between the O and the F. Where? Between O and the F. So there will be image formation. Is it clear? So already I said. So if the object is placed between anywhere between the infinity and the optical center of the concave lens, image will be formed only between this O and F. Am I right? Yes, here also image is formed between this O and F. That is proved. That scenario is proved. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. So the image is formed between O and F. Am I right? Between O and F. Here, this is the image. Am I right? Yes. So the top of the object is same direction of the top of the image. So consider A dash, and the bottom of the object same direction of. So then we consider as B dash. So bottom of the image consider as B dash. Is it clear? So look at here, the image is formed above the principal axis, so that image is considered as what image? That is a virtual image. Am I right? So all virtual images are direct image. Then what is the size of the image? Look at here, this is the size of the object and this is the size of the image. So the size of the image is lesser than, it means smaller than the size of the object. So this image size is considered as diminished. Am I right? Yes, image size is considered as diminished. Very simple. Is it clear? Yes. I repeat it. Look at here. Next, object is placed at between F and 2F. This is object. Then first ray of light is coming from the top of the object. Is after refraction, its direction changes into Bx, but it appears to coming from its focus. This is one refracted ray. Okay, appears to refracted ray. Am I right? Yes. Next one, the second ray of light which passes through the optical center O, which is coming from the top of the object. Am I right? So this is a refracted ray, and this one a ray of light. So when two rays meet at a point, there will be image formation. So here, this one ray and this one ray, when two rays intersect together, there will be image formation. So the image is formed between O and F. Here, actually the two rays are imaginary rays. Okay, they appears to meet at a single point. They never meet at a single point because concave is a diverging lens. So diverge is the all parallel beam of light rays. But here the two refracted rays appears, note this point, repeatedly I am telling that the two refracted rays appears to meet at a single point. That's why it is a virtual image. So the image is formed between O and F. Is it clear? Yes, that's very simple. Now fill the table column. So what is the position of the object? Position of the object is between F and 2F. Between F and 2F. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. Next, what is the position of the image? Here image is here. What is the position of the image? Image is formed between O and F. Where? O and F. So between O and F. Very simple. Next, so what is the nature of the image? Here, whether it is real image or virtual image, here image is found above the principal axis, so that image is a virtual image. Am I right? Yes, that image is a virtual image. So all virtual images are erect image. So virtual and erect image. Is it clear? Yes. Next one, what is the size of the image? What is the size of the image? The size of the image is smaller than the size of the object. Is it clear? If the size of the object is 5 centimeter, then the size of the image will be lesser than the 5 centimeter. It may be 3 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 4 centimeters, whatever it is. Is it clear? So the size of the image is considered as diminished. Am I right? Diminished. Yes, that's all. The 4 positions completed. Okay, 4 positions completed. Next, where I am going to place the object? Next, I am going to place the object at focus. Where? At focus, which is on the focus of a concave lens. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. Let's get started. Look at here what happens. So next, I am going to place the object at F. Okay, so when the object is placed at F, which means focus of a concave lens. Is it clear? Yes. Next, consider the concave lens. Yes, it is a concave lens. It is a concave lens. The center point of a concave lens, that is optical center. Optical center denoted by a capital O. Capital O. Am I right? Yes. Next, an imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis, like this. Imaginary line which passes through the optical center, that is principal axis. Yes. Then this is focus, first focus of the concave lens, and this is second focus. Sorry, twice of the focal length, and this is second focus of the concave lens, and this is second twice of its focal length. Twice of its focal length. Is it clear? It's very simple. Answer the concave lens. The center point of concave lens is optical center O. This first focus, twice of its focus, second focus, twice of its second focus. That's all. Very simple. Is it clear? Next, I am going to place the object where? At focus. Okay, I have placed the object at focus. Is it clear? So this is center line. This is center line of the concave lens. That is for our convenience. I have drawn like that. Okay. So this is object. So object, consider the object size A. Top of the object A and bottom of the object B. Bottom of the object B. The object is placed where? At focus. At focus. Is it clear? Yes. So light rays are coming from an object placed at focus. How many light rays are coming? But I am going to take just 2 rays. How many rays? Just 2 rays, because just 2 rays needed to make an image. Is it clear? Yes. So consider the top A. So from the top of the object, light rays are coming. Light rays are coming. Okay. Consider the ray of light. So ray of light is coming from the top of the object. The ray of light is coming from the top of the object. Is it clear? Actually, this ray of light, which is parallel to the principal axis. Alright. So this is a ray of light. It is coming from top of the object placed at 2F. Okay, that is parallel to the principal axis. This is principal axis, this is parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? Yes. So this ray of light which fall inside, where? Inside the concave lens at the point B. This point B. Is it clear? Yes. So next what will happen? Then what will happen? Refraction takes place here. Where? Refraction takes place at the point B. At the point B. Is it clear? Yes. So after refraction, what will happen? After refraction, the ray of light AB, ray of light, the incident ray AB, AB direction should change. Am I right? Yes. The ray of light AB direction should change. Am I right? So that is the principle of refraction. So after refraction, a ray of light AB direction changes into like this. Consider this X, BX. So BX is a refracted ray. Am I right? This is a refracted ray. BX is a refracted ray. Am I right? So what is the first rule, sir? What is the first rule? A ray of light. If a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, it appears to coming from its focus after refraction through it. Alright. So if we extend this refracted ray, BX is a refracted ray. If we extend this refracted ray backside, at backside, it appears to coming from its focus. Am I right? And you see this? Yes, this refracted ray appears to coming from its focus. Yes. That is true. Look at here. This appears to coming from its focus. The first rule completed. How many first rule completed? Is it clear? Yes. Next, consider another ray of light. Another ray of light. Okay, which is coming from the same top of the object. Where? Same top of the object, like this. Yes. Same top of the object. Now the second ray of light, okay, which passes through the optical center O. Where? Optical center O. What will happen? Now we can use the third rule. What is the third rule? So whenever light goes through the optical center of a concave lens, there will not be any refraction, which means the bending of light remains will go in a straight line. Alright, light remains will go in a straight line. So here, after passing through the optical center O, light will go in a straight line. Light will go in a straight line. That is a rule already we know clearly. Okay, is it clear? Yes. Now I am going to ask the question here, where will the image be formed? Look at this, where will the image be formed? So this is one ray of light. Okay, this is one refracted ray, and this is a ray of light. Okay, here when two ray of light intersect together, there will be image formation. Actually, here the two refracted rays never intersect together. Here they appears to intersect together. What is this point? Here the two refracted rays appears to intersect together. So that is the reason why it is considered as a virtual image. In concave lens, two refracted rays never intersect together. It means never meet at a single point, because the concave lens is a diverging lens. It spread out the all parallel beam of light rays after passing through it. Is it clear? Yes. So this is the first refracted ray, and this is also one of the refracted ray. So when two refracted rays meet at a point, what this point appears to meet, concave lens always with virtual image. So it appears to meet at a point, there will be image formation. Is it clear? So image is formed between O and F. Okay, where the image formed? Image is formed between O and F dash. Sorry, O and F, which means between optical center O and the focus F. Is it clear? Yes. So here image is formed above the principal axis. Where? Above the principal axis. So that image is considered as what image? That is a virtual image, because the image is formed above the principal axis. So that image is considered as what? Virtual image. So all virtual images are erect image. Is it clear? Yes. So the top of the object A, even the top of the same to the top of the image, so it is considered as A dash. The bottom of the object is B. So the direction is same to the image. So the bottom of the image is considered as B dash. That is for our convenience. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the size of the image? The size of the image is diminished compared than this object size, which means the size of the image is smaller than the size of the object. So this image size is considered as diminished. What is that? Diminished. So if the object size is 8 centimeter, so what about the image size? The image size will be smaller than the 8 centimeter. It may be 7 centimeter, 6.5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 4 centimeter, so whatever it is, that should be smaller than the object size. Is it clear? Yes, that's all. Very simple. Is it clear? Yes. So now fill the table column. Look at here. So what is the position of the object? Position of the object at focus. So position of the object at focus. Position of the image at focus of the concave lens. Next, what is the position of the image? Image is found between O and F. Am I right? Between optical center and the focus. Am I right? Yes. So between O and F. Is it clear? Yes. Next, what is the nature of the image? Whether it is virtual image or real image. Here image is formed above the principal axis, so that image is a virtual image. So all virtual images are erect image. Am I right? Yes. This is virtual and erect image. Virtual and erect image. Is it clear? Yes. Then what is the size? What is the size of the image? The size of the image is smaller than the size of the object. So here the size of the image is considered as diminished. Am I right? Yes. Diminished. Size of the image is considered as diminished. Very simple. Okay. So very simple. First we place the object where? At infinity, and image is formed at focus. Image is formed at focus. Then we place the object beyond the 2F. Image is formed between O and F. Third, we place the object at 2F, and image is formed between O and F. Then we place the object between F and 2F. Here, image is formed between O and F. And third one, we place the object at focus, which means at F. Image is formed between O and F. So, repeatedly I am telling that in concave lens, if we place the object anywhere between the infinity and the optical center O, image will be formed between O and F, which means optical center and the focus. There will not be any change. Is that clear? Yes. So fifth case completed. Fifth case completed. And sixth one, last one, where I am going to place the object. I am going to place the object between this O and F. But between the optical center O and the focus F. That's all. Is it clear? Yes. Let's get started. Look at here what happens. So last one, what is that? This is the last one, final one. When the object is placed between O and F. Okay, which means what is that? Between optical center and the focus F. That's all, very simple. Is that clear? Yes. Let's get started. Look at here. Consider a concave lens. Yes, it is a beautiful convex concave lens. Am I right? It's a very, very beautiful. Look at it here. This is made by who? Am I right? Yes. So it's a beautiful concave lens. Yes. The center point of a concave lens, what is that? This optical center O. Optical center O. Am I right? And imaginary line which passes through the optical center, what is that? That is principal axis. Yes. This is principal axis. And imaginary line which passes through the optical center O, that is the principal axis. Is it clear? Yes. Next, this is focus, and this is twice of its focus. First focus is first twice of its focus, and this is second focus, F dash, and second twice of its focal length, that is 2F dash. 2F dash. Clear? Yes. This is the center line. The center line of a concave lens, that is for our convenient. I have drawn like that. Is it clear? Yes. Next, where I am going to place the object? Next, last condition, I am going to place the object between this F and O, which means here. This is object. Is it clear? This is object. Here object is placed between, look at here, object is placed between O and F, which means optical center O and the focus F. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here what happens. So light rays are coming from an object placed between O and F. Placed between O and F. Is it clear? Yes. Consider first ray of light. Consider first ray of light which is coming from top of the object. So A is the top of the object and B is the bottom of the object. This is top, this is bottom. Is it clear? A is the top of the object. So consider the ray of light is coming from top of the object. That ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, like this. Yes. This is what ray? This is incident ray. This is incident ray. That ray of light which falls inside the concave lens at the point B. Consider this point B. This point B. Is it clear? Very simple. Last condition, object is placed between O and F. So this is the top of the object A, bottom of the object. So look at here, students. So object is placed between optical center O and the focus F. Am I right? So this is the object. This is the object, top of the object A and bottom of the object B. Is it clear? Yes. So light rays are coming from an object placed between O and F. So many light rays are coming from the object. Am I right? Yes. Here consider, I am going to consider just two rays. How many rays? Just two rays. So this is this is top. The top of the object A. Top of the object A. So from the top of the object. A, light, a ray of light which is coming. Look at here. So this is. So from the top, the ray of light coming from. Okay, actually that is what ray? Incident ray. Is it clear? Yes. So this incident ray which falls inside the concave lens. Okay, at point B. Okay, at the point B. Is it clear? So this ray of light AB which is parallel to the principal axis. Ray of light AB which is parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? Yes. So here refraction takes place at the point B because here light goes from air into glass medium. Into which refraction takes place at the point B. So after refraction, what will happen? After refraction, the ray of light AB direction should change. That is the principle. AB direction should change. So this concave is a diverging lens. So after refraction, this concave lens diverges the ray of light AB like this. After refraction, the ray of light AB direction changes into BX. Actually, this is a refracted ray. What is that? This is a refracted ray. Look at here, this sixth condition. In sixth condition, object is placed between O and F, which means optical center and the focus. So, from the top of the object B, light rays are coming. Consider ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis. That ray of light is coming from the object A, which is the top of the object A. Is it clear? Yes. So, this ray of light which falls inside the concave lens at the point B. So refraction takes place at the point B. So due to refraction, this ray of light AB direction changes into BX. So BX is a refracted ray. Am I right? So what is the first rule? If a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, okay, appears to coming from its focus. After passing through it, am I right? Yes. So this is a refracted ray. BX is a refracted ray. So if we extend this refracted ray at back side, it appears to coming from its focus like this. Yes. The dotted line, that is virtual ray. It appears to coming from its focus this way. Am I right? Yes. First rule completed. Now consider the third rule. Come to third rule. Instead of third rule, we can use second rule also. Okay. So by convenient, I have taken like that. So next one, consider third rule. Here again the ray of light which is coming from the top of the object. Okay, again another ray of light which is coming from top of the object. This is top of the object. So ray of light is coming from top of the object. This is incident ray. So OB is an incident ray. So that ray of light passes through the optical center O. Where? Optical center O. So whenever a ray of light which passes through the optical center O, what will happen? There will not be any refraction of light, which means bending of light. Light remains will go in a straight line. Is it clear? Yes, that is a special property of this optical center O. Am I right? So here a ray of light which passes through the optical center, so there will not be any bending of light, and so light will go remains in a straight line. Is it clear? Yes. Next, I am going to ask the question here, where will the image be formed? Look at here. So this is one refracted ray. Okay, actually the virtual ray. This is one refracted ray, and this is also one of the ray. Here, when two refracted rays meet at a point, there will be image formation. So image is formed between O and F here. O and F here. Is it clear? Yes. Now consider. First rule, what is that? If a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, it appears to coming from its focus after passing through. This is first one. So if this BX is a refracted ray, so if we extend this refracted ray back side, appears to coming from its focus. Alright, yes, that is. Next, another ray which is coming from top of the object. So that ray of light passes the optical center. So whenever light goes through the optical center, there will not be any refraction of light. Right remains will go in a straight line. Is it clear? Yes, like this. So here, so this is one of the ray and this is one of the refracted ray. So when two rays meet at a point, there will be image formation. So image is formed between O and F here. O and F here. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the position of the image? Position of the image is between O and F. What is the position of the object? Position of the object also between O and F. Then what is the nature of the image? Here image is formed above the principal axis, so that image is considered as what image? That is a virtual image, because here that image is formed due to virtual refracted rays intersect with it. Right? Two virtual refracted rays appears to meet at a single point. That is the reason why it is virtual image. Is it clear? Yes, that's all. Now fill the tabular column. It's a very easy one. So what is the position of the object? That is between position of the object between O and F. Position of the object O and F. Next one, what is the position of the image? Position of the image also between O and F. So between O and F. So what is the nature of the image? The image is formed so above the principal axis, so that image is considered as virtual image. Am I right? So all virtual images are erect image. So all virtual images are erect image. Am I right? Yes. What is the next one? Size of the image. The size of the image is smaller. Am I right? Smaller than the size of the object. If the size of the object is 5 centimeter, then the image will be lesser than smaller than 5 centimeter. It may be 4 centimeter, 3 centimeters, whatever it is. So that is considered as diminished. Am I right? So yes, this is diminished. The size of the object is considered as diminished. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. So that's all. So we have placed the object. Different places, different positions from the optical center of concave lens. Then we got different nature of the images, size of the images, position of the images, of so many things. Am I right? Yes. So look at here. At infinity, when we place the object at infinity, image form focus. Then the remaining all distances between the infinity and the optical center O. Here the image is formed between O and F. Okay, that's why I am telling this concave lens is a special lens. Okay, so the object is placed anywhere between the infinity and optical center O, image will be formed only between O and F. Is it clear? There will not be any position of the image. Is it clear? It's very, very simple, so don't get confused. That's all. So finally conclude that this concave lens always make only virtual image. So the all virtual images are erect image. Then the size of the images all are only diminished compared to the size of the object. Is it clear? And then the nature of the image, all images nature only virtual and erect images. Is it clear? Because already we know all virtual images are erect image. Is it clear? It's very, very simple. This concave lens always make what image? Only virtual image. All virtual images are erect image. Is it clear? Then after that, the size of the image will be diminished compared to the size of the object. Then except infinity, see if the object is placed anywhere between the infinity and the focus, image will be found only between focus and the optical center O. That's all. That is a content, that is a conclusion. Is it clear? I hope this class will be very useful for you. Then draw the all ray diagrams of both convex lens and concave lens. Draw in your class with note. That should be neat and clear. Is it clear? Yes. Thank you.